Okay, for this video, I'm going to break it down into about 3 little mini videos. I'm going to work the first 3 problems and the next 3 and so forth. So these are the problems from your handout 6-8. And the first 3 problems we are going to work out, we are writing our quadratic equation in standard form. So first of all, to write a quadratic equation in standard form from a function table, 2 things have to be present. First of all, your x values must be consecutive. So we have -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. So these are consecutive going from least to greatest. The second thing that has to be present is your y-intercept. And we have our y-intercept. When these 2 things occur, then we can write our equation in standard form. So in standard form, we have an a, b, and a c value to fulfill. So our c value is our y-intercept, which is -6. Now let's find the a value. And the way we find our a value is we have our second difference and we divide it by 2. So that's the little equation to get the a value. So the second difference is the differences between the first difference. So our first difference values, you ask yourself, how did you go from -2 to -7? We went down 5 from -7 to, excuse me, -6 is up 1. And from -6 to 1 is going to be +7. And then we went from 1 to 14, and that's +13. So this is called your first difference. The second difference is the difference between these values. So from -5 to +1 is up 6. And from 1 to 7 is a +6. And from 7 to 13 is a difference of 6. So when you have a second difference and it is constant, this means our function table is indeed quadratic. We're going to take our 6 and divide it by 2 to get our a value of 3. Now let's go ahead and plug in what we have. Our a is 3. We don't know the b value, and our c is -6. Now, we need something to plug in for x and f of x so we can find the value of b. So we're going to choose a point other than the y-intercept because you cannot reuse a point you've already used. So let's just take this simple point 1, 1. So we're going to plug in 1 for my x and 1 for my f of x. We're going to simplify this side of the equation. We're going to do order of operations. So we're going to square 1 and multiply by 3. We're going to multiply by b times 1 and get 1b. And then we have -6. Now we're going to combine like terms and solve for b. At any point you need to pause the video, please do so. So our b value is 4. And now we can put it all together and write our quadratic equation. 3x squared plus 4x minus 6. Okay, let's do number 2. Let's check to see if the criteria is present to write standard form. Remember, your x values have to be in order. They have to be consecutive. No gaps from least to greatest. We have to be given the y-intercept. Remember, your y-intercept is always the c value in standard form. Let's find the a value. So find your first difference, 8 to -2. That is going down 10. Then we're going from -2 to -8. That's a difference of 6. From -8 to -10 is a difference of 2. And then from -10 back up to -8 is a change of +2. Then we're going to find the difference between these differences. This gives me a +4, +4, and +4. So it is indeed quadratic. My a value is my second difference divided by 2, which gives me a value of 2. So let's come over here and plug in what we know. We know a is 2, and we know c is -8. Now we're going to choose a point other than what we've already used. So we can just pick this top one. It does not matter which point you choose. I'm going to plug in -4 for x and 8 for f of x. We're going to simplify our equation. -4 squared is +16 times 2. b times -4 is -4b and minus 8. We're going to combine like terms. So 32 minus 8. And now we're going to solve for b. Let's add 24. Whoops, I'm sorry, subtract 24. And that gives us -16 equals -4 times b. We're going to divide each side by -4. And my b value is +4. So now we can write the quadratic equation. 2x squared plus 4x minus 8. And let's do our last one, number 3. Our x values are in consecutive order. There's no gaps from least to greatest. We have our y-intercept, so c is 10. Let's find the second difference. So this is +2, -2, -6, and -10. And then we're going down 4, a difference of 4 here, and a difference of 4. So my a value is the second difference divided by 2. So our a value is -2. Our c value is +10. We're going to choose a point other than the point we've used. So, we can just pick this. Looks like an easy point to me. So we're going to plug in 1 for x and 0 for f of x. And simplify. 1 squared is 1 times -2. b times 1 is 1b. We're going to combine our like terms. Just combine -2 and 10. And now we're solving for b. So we get -8. So we have -2x squared minus 8x plus 10. Sorry if you can't see that. So again, that's f of x equals -2x squared minus 8x plus 10. Okay, the next little video is going to be on writing it in factored form when we are given the zeros.